Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. It's me, Just Sal Stuff, as we dive deeper into this Space Hulk and try and figure out where the heck are the clues, why are these gene stealers getting too big, because they're clearly bigger than they should be. And then we saw a relic, or they were talking about a Horus Heresy relic. There's a whole, we just like set a detonator off somewhere. So like let's get into this. Let's figure it out. We got serious mode here, okay? We shaved the head. We're super serial. This is a locked frickin' door and we don't have a key. Let's see what we can find out. The structure is collapsing. Be careful, brother. Sections will be sealed off behind us as we progress. I understand now. So, what, we got okay. And then that was behind us. Let's get some assets. Then we got trapped. Warning, a threat is being progressed. Okay, more assets. Multiple life forms ahead, purge the Xenos. Well, it seems like that's our only route. Let's see, a section of the hull has collapsed, threatened to seal off our path. Our squad Psyker must use his power to keep the structure intact. Sure, do your Psyker thing. Drawing on his preternatural power, Librarian Hagos opens a secondary pathway. Holy mother. That's a whole lot of stuff. Where does this take us? We don't even see where that takes us. That's kind of creepy. Alright, let's go get these... What is this? That's another asset. And an asset. Okay. The path is now denied to us. The hatches are locked. It's too far for us to go that way, brother. Okay. Something's here. The relic must be nearby. Wait, did that door just lock? Dang it! Whoa! Okay. Multiple... There's something here. We discovered the body of a dead legionary seated on an ancient throne. Hegel senses that the dead warrior's psychic imprint lingers here still. He will attempt to communicate with the warrior across centuries. Initiate contact. Ooh, we could get lightning claws? We're doing this. Let's jump in, let's see what happens, and I'll be right back. Oh. I guess we just figured it out. And we got the lightning claws. Hold on one second. Let's look at our team. Hello? There we go. Okay, so. We absolutely want to give him... That's our... Yeah, give him the Thunder Hammer. And then equip it. Look at how awesome that looks. Okay, we got 1,300 points left. That's kind of dope. He can't get it yet. Ooh, he's got modules. Okay, so we'll think about that in a minute. He's got the Lightning Claw. Okay, congratulations. You just immediately got added to the team. Yeah. We know that. This is our Heavy Flamer dude. Who's this? This is our medic. Okay. Pretty sure this is the Librarian with the Force Axe. That looks cool. No modules for him. Yeah, we definitely want that. I mean, I don't really shoot a lot of doors, so I'm not as worried about it. And I'm not really worried about shooting interactive, just objects. I'm good. This is good. Okay, so we're good. Escape. Cool. I mean, a large group of gene stealers suddenly emerged from the walls. You know what that means? We're fighting. So now we're going to figure this out, and I'll be right back. Well, that sure as hell didn't work out that well. We got cornered and then murdered. So now we're back here. We can't go back over there. And there's, quote, something here. Let's save really quick. Because I feel like we have to get through this here. Because I want to see what that is. Find and extract the servo skull. We're split up. Lose 50. Alright, I'll be right back. Let's see if we can get the servo skull out of here. Son of a bitch! That's always tough. Like, I messed up my flamer early on in that one. And it just didn't work out. So let's see what we got. Okay, so that ended up being not worth it at all. Which super sucked. Okay. Let's look at our team management because we just picked up a bunch of components. So that pretty much made up for all the losses that we suffered. This is our regular guy. Where's our lightning claw guy? There he is. Okay. Let's see here. Heavy weapons dude has no new modules. Flamer dude. No new modules. And then our apothecary Has no new modules. Okay, so I guess we can save. What do we got going on? The path ahead, see no signs. Okay, so I mean that's the way we want to go. Extract a servo skull. That's never a good. It's never a good style. Let's just go for it. This is what we got to do. So
there are ghosts in this place, calling out to me. I sense the imprint of our perished kinsmen, of sons of Russ, lost and long dead. Their souls were torn apart by centuries adrift in the warp. And yet, the will of the Space Wolf lingers on. Such impressive fortitude.
Brother Sergeant, deploy your squad to cover Brother Hagios. His witch sight will lead you. You must protect him at all costs.
okay.
Understood, Brother Captain.
Oh, okay. All right. What are we gonna get out of it? A new module. A new defensive guard. Auto guard. That's cool. Sustained fire. A lot of, and then if we lose, or if we can do it faster, we get extra credits. Let's see what we can do, man. This is the crew I want to make it work. We're gonna make it work. Oh, no, back up. We're gonna make it work. Required. What's required? Oh, I have to add the, what's his name? So let's take out the apothecary. Add him to the squad. Okay, now we have it, and now we're ready. First mission with the librarian. Let's see what that can do. Alright, so we're deploying Terminators at this point, and I'm going to tell you this right now. You're listening to a re-recording of this gameplay here. Now, the gameplay you're watching is me recording it live. But this is like my third or fourth attempt trying to get this done. And on this attempt, which may or may not be successful, spoiler, I was so focused that I forgot I was even recording until I was done with it. So let's go into it round by round, moment by moment. So I'm moving up my assault cannon, which has huge long range, and I'm moving up my flamethrower, which can essentially block off an area with the fire that it generates. My captain, or my sergeant, with his newly found thunderhammer, is moving forward, being supported by the guy with the lightning claws, and then our librarian, which is essentially like a psych. He's a psyker. He has special magical abilities. They call them psych powers. So now here we go. Now the gene stealers are loading up out of their spawn points. Okay, so we got a little bit of that. Of course, one pops up. That's 6 next to their number is their amount of actions they can take. So for every time they move, see it's going down 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's good to kind of keep distance from these gene stealers and also to cover our space, cover our grounds. Now, our assault cannon guy is a primo shooter. So he should be able to, on his turn, knock out these 2 that are fully exposed to us right now. And the goal is for him to stay in that area, right in that little corner down there, and hold the line down there so that no one will come up from behind. So we're going to move my dude with a huge flamer forward. He's just got a giant flamethrower, so we're going to move him forward. Yeah, I'm even clicking through the dialogue fast because I've been watching this so many times. But our sergeant moved forward. He found a space wolf that's been like murdered and destroyed on this thing. We're going to give the +1 to shoot to our assault cannon guy so that he can absolutely gun down these little gene stealers. And there's one, and there's a second. So now we have enough action points to put them on Overwatch. So anyone that gets in that area will be able to just get shot immediately. Now what we wanted to do is also flame that top section there with our flamethrower guy, but I ran out of action points for it. So we kind of had to skip our turn and hope that the gene stealers that pop in that corner don't come at us pretty fast. But we have a pretty large swarm coming at us from the north side there. And then now we have this blip coming towards us. So he's going to probably pop open that door. That guy opened that door. He opened up 2 doors, and now he's approaching here. That blue square that's there with that exclamation point, that's where the servo skull is. Think of that as like a human robotics, a human skull that has robotic pieces hanging all over it. It's essentially like a mobile flash drive. And now we want to get our sergeant up there, get him ready to start punching people in the head. We want to get our dude with the lightning claws as a backup. We want our sorcerer, essentially our librarian, to move forward. You saw our flamer guy flame up that hallway, so that should be pretty dope. We're going to use one of these special abilities called a Psychic Storm. What that'll do is that'll try and like essentially cause a huge mass. So we killed the blip, so that's good. So we just kind of did like a long range psychic attack to to mow down some of the gene stealers here. Backed up our assault cannon a little bit so we get a little bit more range between ourselves and the enemies that come down there. We're boosting up we're turning our cards. Essentially, when you convert a card, it gives it gives more action economy to the Terminators that are in the system here. So we passed our turn. We're kind of like preemptively just waiting to punch things in the head. So here comes these gene stealers. They should be coming down this hallway right away. Yep, we got a good block and we hammered one in the head, so that's great. 2 blocks, hammered one in the head. Great progress. It is essentially a dice roll that's causing us to be more effective. So now that gene stealer opened the door, but they won't go through the fire. So they know they can't go through the fire. Now this guy's going to kind of try and prop up here. Another big blip worth of gene stealers is showing up. Another one is showing up. It's a swarm. It's a constant swarm, and what you want to do is try and manipulate as much of your action economy as possible to be in favor of what's going on. So we're going to re-flamethrower this hallway to essentially keep that blip where he's at, because we don't want him to come down towards us. Because if he comes down towards us, he's really going to get us. So I have something there that makes the flame last longer, but I forgot to use it. We're going to give our sergeant +1 to shoot. Get him a little closer. Died. I don't even know why I gave him +1 to shoot, but he found another dead, another dead Space Wolf there. And we're just going to squish that guy 100% with a, with our Thunder Hammer, which again is probably the size of a basketball pole. Like not really, but it's a crazy huge post. So we'll do that. We can move our we can move our librarian up a little bit. Have him try and attack again. Probably not, though. Just because we don't want to waste such a huge area of effect on like one person. Like if I can get a little closer, see, I'm still shy. So we'll just save it. Don't really need to boost my axe here because it makes my axe like super strong, but it only affects him, so I can't give it to somebody else. And then that's pretty much everything for that round. Just back up our flamethrower a little bit, get him ready to start coming backwards into the hallway here. So let's see what these gene stealers do on their turn. So we got some more guys popping up on the bottom to give our assault cannon a hard time. These dudes are going to show up. They're going to be more defensive now because I'm right in their face, so it's a little bit harder to do that. There's that lower level people. You know, and they're only going to stand there for so long. So there's a good chance that... So let's make that area of effect stronger. Right? Give it to our flamethrower guy. Have him flame that area ahead. Boom. And then we can get him moving. So if we can get him moving, we can start getting him going down the hallway. And then this guy can just slow creep, keep his overwatch going, so anyone that goes down that hallway is going to get punched in the head immediately. Now we can use our AoE because we got two of the blips together. But I'm pretty sure we failed both. Yep, we failed both. Sucks. So let's get our sergeant up front. He's got the hammer, so he's going to do everything he needs to do. That's a good old punch. That's what we like. And then we're going to have our what's his name? Our lightning claw guy come up and behind and support him. Again, these are two guys that have no weapons, so see if we can lower the action economy of the Gene Stealers in front of us. And then that's pretty much everything. No one else really has a lot of moves or anything. So, all right, let's see what these Gene Stealers do. He should. So there's more that's popping up by the fire area. A good block and a hammer to the head. That's great. That's what we want. So fire area guy blipped up. This guy finally got tired of waiting. Here he comes. Mowed down. This guy he just watched his buddy get mowed down. He ain't coming our way. These guys, they're probably gonna get a little frisky in a minute. So like, let's keep that where it's at. But yeah, it's loaded up pretty heavy on that corridor. So we gotta start getting, we gotta start backing up, start getting these guys moving. So let's start getting our guys together. You can go acquire the servo skull. You can just go ahead and be the main focus. See, he found the servo skull. Maybe we can. So it talks about how that there is a relic, that there is a relic touched by the Emperor somewhere deep in this space hulk. So we got to find it. It's somewhere out there, and it's somewhere here. We can't deviate from our plan. And what I can do is I can just stall for a couple rounds and block those guys that are going to be popping up there, which is nice. That fire is going to last a while. Those guys are finally going to approach us, but our what's his name? Our assault cannon guy is going to be fine. Like, he's got enough range to not worry about it. But it's really just about stopping what's up there. Giving us another turn of free movement is essentially what I'm looking for. Getting him in position to do things. You know, it's just kind of making sure that everyone's in the right spot. And then we move over back to the Gene Stealer's turn. So let's see what they're going to do. Because that fire's still going to be there. But that is a huge swarm. That's like a 3 to 5 blip swarm that's going to be coming towards. 4 blips that are going to be coming towards us. That's going to be aggravating. And a tough thing to avoid. But these guys aren't going to get too far. Which is great. So yeah, it's just a lot of counter. I play a lot of counterattack, but you want to do this fast, right? You still want to do this fast. You still want to try and achieve these missions in a relatively quick time, because that means that you get bonuses when you do things more. Again, I'm pretty far ahead of that guy, so I'm not too worried about him. Probably get him moving up. I know that I have to get the Psyker to get in here, because there's a console. There's essentially like a computer panel that I need to use that's specific to this area to open up the door that's up there. So there's a door with like a red surrounding. You can see right in the top right corner next to the map that it has like a red door symbol. I need to open that with a computer and a computer only. And yeah, it's just going to be difficult, I guess is the best way to put it. Now, what I should have done, which I didn't even think about, is I probably should have put this blocker, this force barrier, at the spot in front of the assault cannon guy, because I forgot that there was junk that's there, essentially blocking the hallway, but that's going to happen a lot sooner than I give it credit for, so yeah, just a lot of stuff. But you know, I was thinking that the guys behind me were going to happen a little faster. But I mean, it is what it is. It's not too big of a deal. So we can put this extra attack on the guy in front, so he can punch really effectively. And I think that's enough for me to end my turn and go on to the opponents again. So let's see what the Gene Stealers do, because that fire's gone. I kind of blocked them off in the hallway with the psychic barrier there. But then there's these guys, and there's a whole bunch of them. So I'm pretty sure they're going to try and go through the junk, which they did. And they immediately get it and they kill my guy. So, like, that's something that I was not really thinking about. I should have put the barrier down there because it would have been fine. Like, the guys on the lower level would have been fine. It would have forced them to go another round of not being able to move. And I probably could have gotten in better, like, defensive mode if I would have just placed that barrier in a different location. But now I have to rely on this guy just shooting his brains out in the hopes that he does it effectively. So we're just going to kind of boost his gun power, boost his gun ability to shoot this dude in the head. Cool, that's good. And then shoot that guy in the head. That missed. And then, yeah, it's really about what do we do now? Like, how do I set that up? Because I can't turn around. And I'm kind of stuck. So I have to, like, just presume that he's going to be there. Use my lightning claw guy as a wall, essentially. Bring the psyker down here so that he can use the computer. Bring my guy up here to get ready for using the door. Then I'm just going to try and beat up this junk or whatever. In the hopes that I can, blow the junk up. Because there's junk that's blocking that automated door. So I have to essentially survive like 3 rounds of shenanigans coming from these gene stealers. And I have to get the psyker to go all the way up to the exit. So this is going to be a rough ride. And look, they instantly killed my gunner. So now I lost both my weapons, both my long-range weapons. So I have no flamethrower, I have no assault cannon. It's really just a bunch of melee guys and my psyker, who's not like the most efficient at shooting or punching. I mean, he can punch once really good, and that's about it. So we really have to rely on my lightning claw guy to kind of hold the fort up in that corner. Because if he doesn't, this is gonna be rough. There's so many blips of gene stealers coming my way. I really don't know. At this point, it was all just chance. So there was no strategy that got involved in doing this now. So you were gonna use the computer to open up the doors, which ironically are super close to me, and that's the main one we needed. I can't walk around the long way because if I walk the long way, I'm gonna encounter that guy. So I don't want to walk down there. So yeah, there's a hatchway. So yeah, it's just how am I going to get out of there? Like how are we effectively going to kind of move me into this section? So I'm just going to advance. I don't think I have, there we go, plus melee. So like that's really good. So let's make sure that he hits extraordinarily well. Have this guy melee the junk. Go ahead, melee the junk, Sergeant. Nope, not good. There we go. Now we blew up the junk. And we can start getting to our exit point. And we really have to hope that this guy can hold his own. So there's like a nice attack right there. Put him in defense because he hits better when he's defensively standing. Can't do anything with the Psyker. So we're going to have to hope and pray that he can just get through this solo. So let's see how these gene stealers involve. So there's one right in our face. And we got lucky. Again, we got lucky that force axe, chopped that dude down. So here we go again. And again, lucky. Just very lucky that we're rolling just high enough to stop the gene stealer. So here's another one that chose not to do anything. So that's like a free turn, essentially, for us. So we got 2 more blips of gene stealers coming at us. And that dude's right in front of us. So there's a lot of, oh boy, look out moments that are happening here. And we got some dude coming behind us. So we're about to get sandwiched in the wrongest way possible. So we really need to get these 2 gene stealers out of the face of the librarian. Hope that our lightning claw guy can hold his own. And just have our sergeant run for the hill. Because he has the he has the servo skull, so we need him to exit. But he needs to survive. So there's a lot of like holy shit moments that are happening here. So I think what I'm doing here is I'm choosing to have the librarian do well at shooting. Okay, so we're going to shoot the guy right in front of me and miss. That's great. And miss again. That's great. Third time's a charm. Yeah, that worked. And miss that guy. So we had a whole, that's all misses. All misses. So now I have to choose between attacking, which is like a 50-50, or going defensive mode, which is what I did. So I went into defensive mode in the hopes that the higher roll will help the Lightning Claw guy. And we're going to let the Gene Stealers kind of come at us now. So we're just kind of hoping, and there he goes. Boom. He got a nice kill. So this guy spawns. Can he do it again? He does. He caught him midair with the claws. Third time's a charm. Can he do it? He did. 3 kills right in his face. And then this guy got afraid and tried to come up on my Lightning Claw guy. And the Lightning Claw just got his 4th kill in a row, which is so extraordinarily rare. So now we have to run for the hills and get these Gene Stealers away from us. So we finally got free. The Psyker got very lucky that the Gene Stealer got distracted by Lightning Claw guy, and we're just gonna try and get him to go. So like let's start moving. So we can essentially get out of here. Right, do a full movement, get in the right position for it, get our sergeant to evac because he has the servo skull. So that's step 1, is getting the servo skull out of there. Boom, we did it. So as long as he was alive and he escaped, we're all good. So now what else is there? I think that's it. I think we did everything we needed to do. Good Lord. Not gonna lie, that took me 4 or 5 tries to actually get through, but we did it in the best way possible. We got the primary rewards and the bonus reward of the plus 1100. Look at that. It took 20 freaking minutes to do it. Jesus, we killed 22 Gene Stealers in the process.
My brothers, this discovery changes everything.
I mean no disrespect, brother Captain, but I must question our next action.
What do you mean, Lexicanum? Speak plainly.
We have a mission to fulfill. We are honor-bound to follow our duty to the citizens of the Imperium on that forge world below.
I mean, I get that.
We have only the words of a warrior who lies centuries dead that this seal still resides somewhere in the mass of this great wreck. It could take decades to scour the hub from bow to stern, time we do not possess. Would the Emperor have us sacrifice an entire forge world, a world vital to our chapter, for the vain hope of finding a long-forgotten relic?
Yes.
As always, your counsel is clear and insightful, Hagios. I will consider your words and weigh the price that must be paid. For now, continue with the mission at hand.
Extra AP is insane. Let's do that. Hell yeah. Okay. Alright, let's save. Okay, we're going to call it there. We fully upgraded our team. We got a hell of a lot of modules. We got a hell of a lot of updates. We got a hell of a lot of campaign or command points. And then we figured out that there is a relic. I mean, there might be a relic. These Space Wolves have been dead for a long time. So there might be a relic, but we're going to go for it. We're going to, hopefully we can stop the Space Hulk from just like mashing into this Forge World planet, but I don't know. So until next time, stay strong, stay classy, stay focused. Let's go kill some bugs. See you later.